Welcome back, everybody, to Facetious. I am happy to be back with you today. Today, Mike, aka Scarfing, and we discuss International Bacon Day, Greasy Spoons, return to NCAA football, and many, many, many more things. All this and more on Facetious number 30. Actually, we're making up for number 3. Let's go. So welcome back, everybody. This is Facetious. Now, before I give you a number, this is going to be the first of the Counting is Hard series. So this will happen anytime I've forgotten to or I have misnumbered an episode. So this is making up for the 2 episodes we currently miss in our archives, which are episodes number 3 and episodes number 34. So this one will be number 3. But I am happy to be with you today. Hold on. I am Larry, aka Rule. I am joined as usual by my main Damie, my co-host supreme, none other than Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka Real Talk. What's up, dog?
You went to church, so you really real talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, how is this episode 3? What, we were just on 30 something?
We was on 37. So for all our listening or watching, 37. We were on 37. But 37. That was a false 37.
SELM 37.
So 37 like Selma, but just 37.
Oh man, I had this thing that I shared the other day, and it was how country niggas count.
All right, so how do I count?
It was hold on, I gotta pull it up because it was you go ahead and start the show. I'm pulling this up. Go ahead.
Okay,
but
okay.
I'm trying to figure out how.
Okay, so again, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I got behind, so the reason number 3 doesn't exist, I actually started the first episode was a pilot episode, and then the next episode was number 1. The next episode was number 2, but when I started episode number 4, I saw that there are already 3 shows listed, so I just said number 4, and that was my bad. Okay, now number 34, I don't know how that one happened. I just simply thought I did that show, so that was on your boy.
This is why you don't make the numbers in advance. You just say, if you want to, just say the date. Today's date is this, and when you go back to post the show, then you add the right number.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because the day's date is September 4th, 2016. And for anyone wondering why
Virgo
I'm so
season,
excited today. It's a regular season. See, that's yes, absolutely. Look here.
Virgo season. It's the best season. Let me tell you. Virgo season is the best because one, it's cool, it's about to cool down.
Right.
And ain't about to be hot outside. It's gonna cool down. It's gonna be the best time. It's gonna be jacket weather. It's about to be off the chain.
Right.
So I appreciate y'all acknowledging that Virgo season is a thing. Even though I've been the only one to acknowledge it thus far. And I appreciate y'all. I very much appreciate y'all.
So why is it that Virgos are so self-absorbed? They get their own season, or at least they feel like God made a season just for them.
No,
right?
Everybody else do their own season. I know people will be like, "Oh, it's Taurus season or it's Leo season." Come on, Leos. But it's like, everybody act like it's their season. I see it on Facebook all the time. So I don't want to hear that we are so self-absorbed. Like, we understand how awesome we are, but we are not self-absorbed. We understand because as a Virgo, like, knowledge is our thing. Like, we understand stuff. We understand the world, and by understanding the world, we understand how great we are. And understand how great we should be to you.
Okay. See, the operative word there being should be.
No, I'm only say should because y'all don't want to acknowledge how great we really are.
So we don't want to acknowledge how great you guys are. Okay. Hey, Danny Knight is up in here. Will is up in here. What's going on, fellas? Thanks for dropping in. Will said Virgo, and he did an online raise the roof. I don't know if you can do an online raise the roof. You know what I mean? But he said LOL. But I think he's finding it hilarious too. And Danny Knight is up in this piece. What's going on, our brother from across the pond? What's happening, man?
What's up, Dan? It's been a while.
Yeah, he said bring back Kanye season. Does Kanye have a season?
I'm ready Kanye not to have a season because look,
Kanye not to have a season.
Here's the problem with Kanye's season because Kanye himself he's a musical genius. The problem is that he knows it, and it gets to the point to whereas he started talking, and when he starts rattling off at the mouth, he just goes places. And sometimes it goes places, and we like, come on, dog, like we back here, like come back here, like we here, like I'm gesturing, but I'm screen sharing the
right. I see.
I'm screen sharing the counting thing, but you should totally make that the album art. But
word up.
But Kanye has a penchant for the dramatic, and he kind of goes off the deep end a little bit. So we can do a Kanye day. We can't do a Kanye season. If we do a Kanye season, it's gonna mess up everything.
One out of Kanye week, is that doable? Like, if you just limit Kanye to a week, like Kwanzaa, if you limit him to like a week?
No, because you can't do Kwanzaa. Because like, here's the thing about Kwanzaa. Like some niggas made up Kwanzaa, and not too many people I know actually celebrate Kwanzaa. Like we all on Christmas. Like what is y'all doing?
Who made up Kwanzaa, Scar? Who made up Kwanzaa, dog?
Some niggas did, but like we don't. A lot of people don't celebrate Kwanzaa. So like, but the problem is that not enough people celebrate Kwanzaa in the way that Kanye would want to be celebrated.
Okay, I hear you. So you're saying that it pales in comparison of.
I forgot about that. Will's birthday is the day before mine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. September 17th. Yeah, it's a good day. That's a real good day. That's what's up. Fellas.
I mean, it's a good day. I mean, it ain't as good as the 18th, but it's a good day. I mean, the 18th is where it's at though.
You are literally 1 second apart, but it's not as good.
No. I'm saying it's good, but the 18th is great. Like it's kind of like the difference. It's kind of like the difference between like his birthday is Halo 4. I'm Halo 2. You know what I mean? Like
you pulled out Halo 2. I didn't think anybody was gonna pull out Halo 2 on this show.
Halo 2 is ending away from being the best Halo game ever made.
Right.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The real best Halo game ever made is Reach.
I mean, I'm not fighting you. I've played them all. I'm not into Halo like that. So I mean, I don't really know. Personally, I think 4 was pretty good. I know you hate it, but I thought 4 was.
I don't hate it. I just don't like it as much as people seem to really like it. I didn't like the Call of Duty-fication of Halo.
I thought it was good. I thought it was decent. I really did. I thought it was good. And Will said the 17th is Constitution Day. That's funny.
ODST. No, ODST
okay.
ODST was Reach Beta.
Reach Beta.
Because in ODST, that's when they brought back the health that they had in 1 and all of that other stuff. Like they were making like, okay, we gonna make this game and then we gonna, just to see what people think, and then we can bring the health and stuff back in Reach. Because Reach is, Reach is the pinnacle of Halo-ness.
Right, Reach is pretty good. I quite enjoyed Reach. I really did. And before you get off of that page that had the how South fellas count, how South ninjas count, I'm gonna need you to send that JPEG to me so I can't make it the album art. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I got you.
We'll do that. And so speaking of days, today this would make AA. Shout outs to my man AA from formerly the Angry Mailman podcast and formerly of You Lose. But shout outs to him because today is International Bacon Day. Yeah, International Bacon Day. So if you listen to his first steak summit that he had where they met up with people, if you listen to the first steak summit, there is a massive story about bacon and the waitress bringing them bacon because they are all large guys. It's phenomenal. It's hilarious. So today is International Bacon Day. And bruh, all I'm saying is that When is some other type of bacon gonna beat Applewood bacon? That's what I need to know.
You know what? I had some Cherrywood bacon before. It was pretty.
Cherrywood?
Yeah, I had some Cherrywood. It was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I'm
Right.
not saying it's better than Applewood.
Okay.
I'm saying I could go either way personally.
Okay, I've never heard of Cherrywood bacon, and I'm a bacon lover. Like I literally grew up on a farm, so I've never heard of Cherrywood bacon. It's okay. It's just you using wood chips from the tree. That's fine. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
But man, sounds pretty good. I love cherries too. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what's up. Like I said, Applewood is number one. I think I've raised my kids poorly though because they prefer turkey bacon over regular bacon. Now my wife is I know. I know.
Man, turkey bacon is made out of old belts.
What?
Turkey bacon, it tastes like it's made out of old belts. Like you take some old belts, cut them into smaller little strips, put some flavoring on it, and tell myself this bacon. This ain't no bacon. It's belts.
It's belts.
It's used belts. Like it ain't even just like it ain't even like new belts. It's like used belts. Yeah. So it's like, you know what? It's like, you know, to keep it Alabama for the homie Angry Millman. It's like fat nigga from Alabama belts. Like, and then they just put the season on. No. Turkey bacon is disgusting, and it should not be classified as bacon.
You know, here's the thing. I like turkey bacon. It still has a high sodium count. Here's my thing though. I don't care if you could give me cracked pepper on some bacon, because cracked pepper bacon has to be the best bacon. It doesn't matter if it's turkey or what. I'm gonna eat it. Cracked pepper on bacon. It's all over, bro.
Man, just give me mine straight up. Just give me some straight up bacon. You ain't gotta do nothing special with it.
All right, so bacon.
I'm plain.
You plain. So do you cook the fat all the way to the fat is brown, or do you cook it to where it's still white? Because for me, I need
to be brown. I need to be brown. You know, I recently started eating like steaks and stuff and hamburgers and stuff on medium well. Like prior to this, like I'm black. I want my stuff burnt to a crisp. Like I want to make sure I don't want no pink. Like if there's some pink in this hamburger, you can have it back. I just recently, like within the last maybe about a year or two, started to go medium to go medium well. Just get, you know, to give me a little bit of pink. I think I'll be all right. Because, you know, like, wait, you know, here's the thing.
You have to explain the pink to me because I don't get it.
My girlfriend, who is white, and who is currently mad at me right now, I'm not quite sure if I'm still her boyfriend, but I'm being around white people, I realize white people judge you if you get your stuff burnt to a crisp.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
Like really, white people judge you, and I'm like, what do you? I mean, I just want it done.
Exactly. I just want it done. My thing is, two reasons why I don't like medium well steaks, and people are gonna shake their head, but here are two reasons. Number one, it legitimately hurts my stomach. Even if I don't know it's medium well, my stomach knows it's medium well, and I get sick. Number two, I can't stand the taste. I don't like the taste of the way that feels in my mouth. It's gross. It's atrocious, and I'd rather vomit it up than swallow it.
Well, see, here's my thing. It ain't gonna last long enough for me to care that much about the taste difference. Like, you know, like give me a smokehouse burger with some barbecue, some fixins,
some Applewood bacon on it, maybe.
Yeah, some bacon and all that other stuff. You know what I mean? So I'm cool with that. So I don't really, you know, it don't last long enough for me to really care that much about the slight taste difference. Nah, I truly believe it's only slight.
Like I said, for me, like here's my thing. I like as a kid, I was really sensitive to like small changes in food, and it just kind of stuck with me. So I'm really sensitive if something is cooked with something a little different. If something is like it's not all the way done, like I could taste that, bro, and my stomach reacts to it immediately.
I don't believe that my palate is that refined.
It's not refined. It's just my palate is real particular, I guess.
Yeah, I just my maybe just my taste buds just ain't that awesome. Like I don't know, but it's It's just like I've never, you know, there's things that I don't like, of course, but for the most part, man, I just eat food. Like a hamburger is a hamburger to me.
Right. And you know, like I said, I grew up in the country. That's kind of how I normally get down. But like I said, when it comes down to certain things, man, I can't let some of that stuff slide by. I just simply cannot do it. Awakened Heathen says, Will says he's with you. He says it has to be, gotta be well cooked. That's what Will says. Awakened Heathen up in the building. What's up, dog? He says he likes medium as well. And my wife, she's that way. She loves medium well. Like that is
no. He didn't say medium well. He
just said medium. Yeah.
So he like all that pink. He wanted like my sister, who I don't know where this comes from. My sister is one of those. If she eats a steak, you know. So just let the outside get brown, and I got the rest. Like she just like throw it on for a few seconds, flip that bastard over, and I got it. Like I don't know where that comes from. Like I have no idea where that comes from. But yeah, my little sister is very much like that. She's like, yeah, just throw it up there. We good. Just throw it up there. I'll let it get up there for a few seconds, and then we good. I
don't know, man. I just can't do it.
Yeah, she don't like no steak sauce though. She just
what? No, I gotta get some A1 up on mine, dog. For real, I ride with A1.
Yo, there used to be some A1 sauce. What is it was called? It used to be called like smoky mesquite or something like that.
Yeah, boy.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, boy.
Bruh.
Yep.
I'm like, why can't I get this anymore? Like, why'd y'all stop selling this? Because that was off the chain. All right, so let me ask you a question. A1. Okay. Regular A1 or Thick N Hearty?
Ooh, I could go with regular. Thick N Hearty sometimes is too overpowering and it like hangs in my mouth. The taste hangs in my mouth and it will mess up the rest of the like sides or whatever. So
okay, I have a confession to make.
Okay.
I have a confession to make. On steaks, I mix ketchup with my A1.
What? Oh, that's blasphemous. What? Boy, if I wouldn't do a podcast, I'd get up and walk off. What?
I do. I'm a ketchup person. Like I love ketchup. I gotta buy ketchup in bulk. I buy the big thing. I buy the big thing and just refill I buy the big thing and refill the bottle. If I just buy a bottle, that's a complete waste for me. That's a complete waste of time. I used to back in the day, before like Walmart and them started selling the bulk sizes of ketchup, I could only buy ketchup in Costco. Like I had a Costco membership to buy ketchup mostly.
Really, just for we go to Sam's. We get the 3 big bottles. Like
yeah. It used to be like it used to be the you can get like two like 60-ounce bottles or something like that for like $5 or something like that from Costco. That was the only thing. That was the only thing I could actually get because getting anything else was a complete waste of time for me.
Man, it reminds me of my kids, right? And we're gonna get to everybody's because they got a nice chat going on. Will and Awakened Heathen got a nice chat going on about how they like their steaks and stuff. But my kids, I try my best to get my youngest off of this ketchup thing because he puts ketchup on everything. And I'm like, son, there are the condiments, number one. Number two.
Hold on. I'm not a person that puts ketchup on everything. I am a person that puts the things that I put ketchup on, I use a pretty decent amount.
Okay, see, my mom would have cussed you all the way out because she was like, "Boy, you better taste my food. Like you don't put too much ketchup on the food because then you ask to get cussed out. You know what I mean? It's just an automatic invitation. So, no, I hear you though. So let's get in. So Will and Heathen have been going back and forth about these steaks. These fellas love these steaks. So he says he's like medium. He said you like pink, not red. I guess he likes pink, not red, and not brown. He likes it pink, and that's cool. And he likes marinated steaks. Now, I like marinating. I like marinating meat, bro, because it keeps it moist. I have to marinate my stuff, man. And I'm the same way. There's no need for a sauce. So if I can get something marinated where I don't have to put a sauce on afterward, bro, I'm good. That's how I like to do my barbecue. So if I can marinate it and I don't have to do stuff, that's fine. I'm good. That's what I prefer. Will marinates the steaks too. The only thing he likes he likes ketchup on Awakened Heathen says is meatloaf. And I agree. Ketchup on meatloaf, word up.
Let me tell you. All right. So let me tell you. This is a cooking segment for your boy. And I'm gonna talk about my cookies.
All right. Then we have to get into your shirt, and then yes.
I was just saying. I wore the shirt before. Classically trained.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, I wore the shirt before. But all right. So I found the best way to make meatloaf for real. All right. There's a recipe where you can make meatloaf by using stovetop instead of using like breadcrumbs and stuff.
What? Okay.
All you take some stovetop and some eggs and some water, I think, and you mix that up with your meat, and then you make the meatloaf, right? Then what you do on the top, right? Someone on the website for the recipe said this: put some barbecue sauce, some ketchup,
okay,
and some brown sugar.
Yeah, you gotta throw the brown sugar in there.
And mix that all up there, and put that on top of the meatloaf instead of just the ketchup.
Yeah, sounds good. But here's the thing: I think that the barbecue sauce with the brown sugar is a little much because barbecue sauce generally has sugar in it already. So yeah, I bet it's good.
I mean, you ain't gotta use a lot, but because the guy didn't really tell. The guy didn't really say about the ratio. So I kind of played with it. I've made it about 2 or 3 times since then, and I think I kind of worked out my ratio. I tend to go 3 parts barbecue, 2 parts ketchup, and then brown sugar to taste.
Okay. Cool. See, I'm writing in the notes as you're doing it, right?
I want the barbecue sauce to be the stronger part of the topping.
Right, and I think the brown sugar though may act as a caramelizing factor, so it might actually help with the glaze and the glisten on top. So
right.
Maybe make an additional crust. So your boy know a little bit.
And make sure you put some I put some peppers and onions in that joint when you mix it. I know you got a little bit of little onion pieces in the stovetop, but if you're gonna use the stovetop, use the herbs one, the one with the herbs. Don't use no chicken or nothing like that. Use the one with the herbs one. Man,
pepper and onions in your stovetop.
Yeah, put some pepper and onions in it when you mix it all together, and get you some stovetop, the herbs. It's so easy. Like I said, a couple eggs and some water. Normally, because I don't like the way the eggs feel, and like trying to mix the egg in if you just put the egg in the thing. So what I do is I put the egg, I measure out the water, and then I put the eggs in the water, and I mix those together first before I pour it all in there.
Okay. Yep.
Because I don't like the eggs the way that they feel, especially because most of the time you're mixing it by hand. I don't really like the egg feeling on my hands. I don't really like getting my hands dirty in the first place, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Right. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's why I got my wife the KitchenAid, bro. She loves that KitchenAid mix up in there, man. That thing just rolls around, get it up in there. It does what it does.
I've been using my mixer for quite a while. I have a cheap mixer, but I want a more expensive one. I may have to get a more expensive one because
it is legit, man.
Your boy decided to have a bake sale last week.
Did you get up on these cookies? Let's talk about these cookies, dog.
Right. I made 3 cookies, and I made 3 kinds of cookies. I made 3 cakes. The cookies sold extremely well. I did it kind of, selling dinner style. Like when you got somebody around the way that's selling some dinners, they'd be like, look, I'm cooking till it's gone. So you place your orders. If not, you can call me. I may not have. So I did that, and I sold a bunch of cookies. I made my money back and a little bit more, and I got a lot of people that live out of town that's like, bruh, when you figure out how to ship them shits, holler at your boy.
Yeah, because I know I mentioned that to you this week. I was like, look, I will help you if you can help me.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm working on like pricing and getting the what I'm gonna put them in, and then what box I'm gonna put them in to ship them. My whole problem is I'm not trying to I don't want to make the cookies and then by the time they get to you they crumbs.
Right.
Because I don't know nothing about shipping. Like, what else am I gonna have to put in the box to make sure that it gets to you right?
You probably just gonna have to put them in whatever box you want to keep them a certain way. Then you're gonna have to put some stuffing around them and then put that inside a different box, and that should be good. So that should be good. So, but apparently FedEx has specialists for that. So yeah, bro, I want you to get up on it, because like I said, man, I know people.
Yeah, and I ain't got shit else to do. Like the job search is not going very well. I'm having interviews, but they're not turning into anything. Some of the interviews are for stuff I definitely don't want to do, like commission only sales. So the job search is not going very well. So I was just like, well, I mean, this is the third best thing I know how to do.
Right. Well, and don't get too discouraged, man, because I tell you, bro, like even here in Oklahoma, where we tend to have jobs for everyone, I was out of work for 6 months. So, look, man, it just, that's just how it is nowadays. So, just be patient. Fiscal years end at different times. Federal government's fiscal year is coming up here at the end of this month. So things happen, things change. So just gotta flow with the quarters, so to speak, because things change every quarter.
Yeah, so I figured it would be a little bit easier because everybody going back to school. Like the college students already went back to school, so I figured that would open up something. No, not so much. But of course, around here, they just closed one of the Sprint call centers. So that's a lot of people that they closed that in like April.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there's still a lot of people from those call centers, and they're paying them severance until October. So all of those people are still trying to find jobs, and they still got to October to still get paid for Sprint. So
right. Well, like I said, man, keep your head up. Don't get too discouraged. Keep pushing through.
No, so that's why I decided to do this. So I made some cookies, and I'm gonna have to make some more cookies because I mean, like I said, I got a really good people really wanted those cookies, especially people from out of town. They were like, when can you get me some? Right. Like that, I got that quite a bit. So I got to figure out the shipping stuff, and also I got to sell some more cookies because I got to buy a new battery for my car. I'm like, damn, I finally got a little bit of money, and I'm happy because the cookies went well. The cakes didn't go as well as I hoped. I think a lot of people didn't understand what the cakes were. Mm-hmm. They were Jolly Rancher poke cakes.
Oh, well, see, that's different. That's unique.
And I made the cakes differently than I normally make them, because normally I make them the way that they on the box, and then I add my stuff after the fact. But I actually saw a thing on how to make them like thick, like wedding cake. Okay. And like it was actually really good, but I still got a little bit of cake left. Okay. Actually, I got pretty decent amount of cake left. So stupid, man. Come on, that's okay. But I'm probably gonna have to do something again next week. Okay. So, but what I'm gonna do, because I made 3 kinds. I made some regular chocolate chip cookies with black and white chips. Oh, chocolate. Semi-sweet and whites. And then I made the same cookies, but I added some nuts. My famous cookie is the semi-sweet white chocolate. Almonds, pecans. That's my signature cookie. Like okay. That's my signature cookie, man. I'm trying to told you, like those things fly. I cannot keep those in stock at all. But then I made some Snickerdoodles with cinnamon chips. Yeah, I love Snickerdoodles, man. And the cinnamon chips didn't move that well. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to hold a vote, and I'm just like, hey, y'all want me to make some more Snickerdoodles, or do y'all want me to make some island cookies? Or, like, what y'all want me to do, because I used to make island cookies all the time. But, like, everybody act funny when you tell them there's some coconut in it.
Yeah, because coconut, I can't stand coconut. Coconut literally makes the back of my mouth water like I need it. All right, here's the thing. Now, people act the same way with butterscotch, right? But I love butterscotch.
But see, here's the thing. When I used to make like oatmeal scotchies and stuff like that, people would act crazy, like, oh, I want no butterscotch. But when I started working at my last job and I was buying candy for the office, I would just buy this bag of mixed candy, just mixed like penny candy, basically. Young people don't know what penny candy is, but I bought a thing with just penny candy, like mints and ends. And every time someone saw some butterscotch, it's like, oh, I want some butterscotch and all this other stuff. And I'm like, when I used to make butterscotch cookies, ain't nobody want none.
Right. Thing is, you can't tell people it's butterscotch. You got to tell them what you put in here. Oh, just a little something. That's what you got. You got to give them that little. Oh, just a little something, sweetie. You got to give them one of them.
So I'm gonna let people choose what the third cookie is. Whether it's gonna be some oatmeal scotchies, some island cookies, or some more Snickerdoodles. I might try to figure out another one and just have them, pick from 4, and then I'll make those, and then I'll get those out. And I'm still working on the thing to try to get. Try to figure out how to get them shipped and everything, and I think it's actually gonna be all right, because now, like I said, now I gotta buy a damn car battery, which sucks, because I'm like, yeah, I finally got some money. I got a little bit of money. It wasn't a whole lot of money, but damn it, I felt great. I felt really great about it. I felt great about the cookies, but that was contrasted with what happened to my man Jay Bird.
Yeah, man, dude.
My man Jay Bird 360, y'all know from the show, from Sarcasm Live, and he's guested on other places and stuff like that. Jay Bird was a young man, but he had some health issues. He had heart issues, and he went into the hospital last weekend, and he didn't make it out, and he died right before his 23rd birthday.
Right.
And it was Tin Pan was the one who let me know, because I was off Facebook for a while, and I dozed off, went to sleep. I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go pee, and my phone was flashing, so I pull it up, and Tin Pan was like, did you hear that Jay Bird died? Like, his family is posting on this, his family and stuff is posting on this page. So I went, and I just immediately I felt terrible, and I do feel terrible, because like Jay Bird and I would talk, like we would send text messages and stuff like that. Yeah. All right, Heathen. He said he had to go.
All right.
But it's one of those things to where you have a friend and you feel like, once they're gone, you're like, shit, I don't feel like I did enough. Yeah. Like, I don't feel like I don't, because I didn't really know about his health issues. Like, he would downplay it a lot. Just like, yeah, I was in the hospital. I had some heart issues, but I'm okay. He downplayed it a lot. So I didn't really have a real idea what was going on there. I didn't really know what was happening. And then, his best friend's mom is the one that was on Facebook and was really doing this stuff. And I talked to her, and she told me what actually happened. And then she asked me for my phone number, and I talked to his mom a few days ago. She actually called, and she was talking about how doing the show made him it helped him. Because, apparently Jay Bird was a really shy kid. Like, we wouldn't know that.
Oh, no way.
We wouldn't know that. But apparently Jay Bird was a really shy kid at home. Yeah. And the podcast helped him open up more. And it's crazy, because the last time we spoke, we spoke the day after I got fired. So I really wasn't in a talking mood. Mm-hmm. So like that conversation got cut short real fast. He was telling me that he saw someone on the Angry Mailman Facebook page, because he loved that show. Right. And I talked to Double A afterwards, and we talked for a few minutes, because Jay Bird loved that show. But and I just feel like just between then and now, I had no idea what was going on in his life, and it makes me not feel like a good friend to him. Even though his mom was very adamant that being friends with me and doing shows with me and Sherry and everyone else that he did shows with, actually really made him happy. And I'm glad I could do something. I'm glad I could do something, that actually did make him happy in his very, very short life.
Right.
And I really, really miss my friend.
Right.
It's difficult sometimes. Like, you try to keep busy and you try to keep moving, and but in the back of your mind, that his life was extinguished before 23. Like, that's crazy. And to be honest, like, Jay Bird was one of the people. Like I said, I got started podcasting on my own because I was on an episode of the Post Game Report. And I was doing, participating in tag game nights and stuff like that. And then one of those game nights is where I met Jay Bird. And Jay Bird was very much like, hey, if you want to do this, like, I'm down. Like, I will do this with you. Because, in the game nights, especially playing like Call of Duty and stuff like that, Jay Bird will be talking too much. And I thought it was hilarious. So everyone was trying to get him to be quiet. So I would just keep asking him questions to keep him talking, and just knowing that I was annoying everyone.
That sounds about right. About right.
So when it was time for me to pick up my microphone and do this thing myself, he was just like, no, I want to do it with you. And, he was with me very early on. He's on the very first show. The very first Scarcasm, even that was back when it was actually going to be a live show. He was there. And, and then him and Sherry started being friends, and then they started casual conversation. That wasn't a show that I was involved with very much, especially not at the beginning. That was their show. That was their thing. And then he wanted to talk about, do their Walking Dead show recaps, and, all of that stuff was his idea. He got us started. He kept us going. He wanted us to be more consistent. He wanted us to be more funny. If it wasn't for him, the show wouldn't be what it is right now. And I owe my podcasting career to Jay Bird.
Yeah. And, well, we all knew Jay Bird, and I know you were closer though, clearly, because, he was part of your podcasting family. But Jay Bird was always cool. Like, it was always great having him in game night because he brought a different energy, right? He was
just in a game night not too long ago.
Yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago he was in the game night with us, right? Or like a month ago.
Yeah, something like that.
He just popped in. He was like, hey guys, I just saw you guys online. Just thought I'd jump in here. And yeah, we had a good time. What's going on, Jay Bird? It's like, hey, it's an old hat, right? It's all these old men, and then there's this young cat with an old soul, right? In there.
Right.
Talking to everybody, just having a good time, shooting the breeze. And I like the fact that, I was listening to him as he was talking about, yeah, man, I'm going through school and I'm finishing school and I finally got done and I'm looking for jobs now and I finally got.
He had a job. He had a job. He had a job earlier this year. He was working in the IT department of a bank.
Yep. I remember that.
And it was something that he was, he was very excited about. Like,
I remember that. Yeah.
It was just like, hey, I'm finished with school. I have a job now. Yeah. The job's pretty okay. I work at a bank, and like, he seemed, full of life, and that's a testament to him. Like, when I talked to his mom said that he was never the type to do a lot of complaining and stuff like that. And even when right before he went to the hospital the last time, they thought he just might have the flu, and he's just like, my stomach hurts, but I'm okay, that type of stuff. And then it just kept getting worse, and then they were like, yeah, we need to go to the hospital, and it turned out that he had something really serious. And because of his surgeries, his immune system was compromised and couldn't fight it off. Yeah. So it's really, really hard. That's just like wanting to pick up my phone to text him and be like, hey, I talked to Double A.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because that would be
Right.
something that we would talk about. Or he would send me, have you seen this movie yet? I want to talk about it. And, you know, that type of stuff. And the day that it happened, Pimp and I was just talking about having him on for 300 because the next Scarcasm Live is 300.
Mm.
And, you know, not knowing that he had passed away earlier that day, and we had no idea.
Mm. Yeah.
It's just it sucks, and he was so young, and apparently he's dealt with so much in his very, very short life, and I owe him more than I could ever say.
Mm-hmm. And you know, and that's the one thing that you know, I will be appreciative for is that, you know, as I mentioned, you know, we've all known Jay Bird for a long time, and he was awesome. He was just a guy who always told you what was on his mind.
You got a little bit static.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that any better?
Nope.
Nope.
It's static. Oh, there it is.
Okay. I'm just saying, you know, he was always the guy who.
Nope, that's bad. Every time you start, when you start actually talking, you got the static.
Oh, okay. Well, darn. That's frustrating. But I will say this, you know, my prayers have been going out to him and his family and all his friends. So, you know, I really hope that, well, he definitely did, you know, touch our lives as well. So I'm just grateful I had the chance for whatever short season that I had with him to enjoy him. And yeah, so I am grateful for that. And, you know, I pray for him and his family. So,
and I have also, I have actually prayed for his family and his friends, and it's right now it's all new, so it's difficult, but he never complained, and because of that I won't complain. I miss my friend, and like I said, I wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for him. And I appreciated the time that we had, and I wish that I had put more time aside for him to talk to him. I went through South Carolina last year, and I was going to try to see if we could meet, but just where I was going through was like 2 hours away. Right. And I deeply regret not taking that detour.
Right.
Just like if I would have just took that detour, we could have met in person, and it probably would have made a world of difference. Right.
Well, I think that you know, and I know, and everyone who does this podcasting thing knows that, you know, podcasting online relationships are real, you know, and, you know, when you meet someone in real life, it does solidify that. But I think that even if you don't, then I think that you still have that. It's still there. And, you know, like Will was saying that his passion is what he'll remember the most.
Yeah, because he was super passionate about Red Dead and The Walking Dead, and like those two in particular is what he was. Like, I would have never even played Red Dead. Like, he was so gung ho about Red Dead, and I was just like, it's a Western. I don't like Western. I don't care about Westerns. And he's like,
this ain't even a genre.
Listen to me, Scarfinger. You need to like I was like, listen to me, Scarfinger. You just kept like. And then I keep thinking about like all of this stuff, like his Vic Joe impression, like like all of this stuff that just was kind of funny back then, but it means so much now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, man, that's just what I liked about him, you know, because he was, you know, one of the youngest people we had in our community, right? So he brought this youthful exuberance. And it was just always fun to just hear him just wail away. It was hilarious, man.
Yep, just like Will said, he played Red Dead and read the Walking Dead comics because of him, and I 100% agree. I started reading the Walking Dead comics because he was so hype about the show, And I was like, well, he was like, well, you need to read these. Like, he was just so adamant that I should. And now I'm like, he gave me some comics to read, and I got them, and I never read them. And I don't know how I'm going to be able to read these comic books without possibly breaking down in tears.
Right. Well, maybe the first couple of times, but I think if you realize that it was an experience that he wanted to share with you, I think that then, you may be able to read it and just kind of honoring him, and just say, okay, he would have wanted me to read that, so I'm gonna read it, and maybe see what he saw. So, but yeah, so yeah, again, hearts and prayers go out to Jay Bird and everyone who was affected by him, his entire family. We all did life together, and that's the thing that people don't get. We don't just play games together, right? We do life. Like, we ask, how's your family? How's school? How's your job? How you okay financially? Like, that's a difference, right? But a lot of people don't know that about. Yeah.
And I say this all the time, and you said it just now. When you are in these game nights and you do these shows with people, and people always say, like, your online friends aren't your friends, but like when we met at PAX that year, it was no different than me seeing an old friend. Like, it was, I knew exactly who you were, you knew exactly who I was, and there was absolutely nothing to explain except how short you are. But like,
hey, on here, Grease, on your head, if I headbutted you, is all I'm saying.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I don't really want to get headbutted in my chest, but okay.
That'll be Ace, bro. That ain't me.
The Ace is tiny. Like, it was the contrast, right? It was really the contrast between how small Ace is and how big Big Joe is.
Right.
well, Big Joe and Kathy, because they are tall. They are both tall.
They're both over 6 feet. Yeah, they are both. They are both over 6'1", I believe.
Yeah. So, and me being, I tell people I'm 6 feet, but I'm just under. But yeah, man. But it's when you when you meet people, like, them because you talk to them for years. Like, I went back and I listened to the first Scarcasm Live, and that was in February 2010.
Dang.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how long I've known. I've known him. How long I've known some of y'all, and it's just odd that it's odd that these relationships that we build sometimes end up being lifelong relationships with people that we are not close to at all.
Right.
Physically, we're not physically close to at all.
Spatially close to, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, like, I had like, really, like, a few years ago, I had a situation with a dude, and you called me up and was like, "Do you need me to ride?" Like,
right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Right. Like, I would, like, we've been around each other once. And when I had a problem, you was like, okay, do you need me to meet you there?
Right. Well, that's how it is, though, right? Like, I don't know, man. Like I said, I can't make the emotional distinction between friends that I know from online and friends that I grew up with. Like, I can't make the emotional distinction, because to me, it's all in the same boat.
Right.
And so anything I would do for anyone that's here locally, I'm going to do for anyone anywhere. You know what I mean?
Right. If I call you my friend, you are my friend. No matter how we are friends, you are my friend. Absolutely, man. And yeah, man. And that's just, like I said, that's just one thing that I guess makes this whole thing different, right? And as much as we get onto each other about video games and consoles and people being Xbox ace and not.
But as much as we get onto people, each other about that, like, we understand that all of that stuff is peripheral to the real things that matter, right? And so, and what matters is if someone is okay. You know what I mean? Like if someone's good, do they need any assistance, any help in any way, or do they just want to vent? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
absolutely.
All right. So, but yeah,
I still got a couple minutes. It got pushed to 5:30.
Oh, you got a couple minutes? Okay.
Yeah, I got a couple minutes.
Well, dog. So tell people what you doing in a couple of minutes.
Well, I'm doing my first fantasy draft. I got one today and I got one tomorrow. The one today is the Dream Team Fantasy League. I have no idea if I don't know any idea how well I'm gonna do because last year, like injuries messed up both of my leagues. Like injuries just totally ravaged my leagues. So I can't even go in it like, yeah, I'm gonna bust y'all up. I'm like, man, I don't even know. Like that's what it is. I don't even know though. I'm gonna do my best. what happens after that? I ain't got nothing for you, player.
Right.
So yeah, I like doing fantasy. Like I don't watch football. Like I keep up with the highlights. I know what's going on. But like when everybody get hurt and like the Cowboys picking up, like why'd you pick him up? It's like. The whole thing with quarterbacks getting hurt, and then it's like y'all picking up all these whack quarterbacks, and Michael Vick sitting at home like, man, shoot.
Right. Like you see this left hand. Left hand.
Right. Michael Vick better than Sanchez. Like, come on, dog. Like, at the very least, he's better than Sanchez or Nick Foles. Like he could get like at the very least, he's better than Dick. And he's sitting at home like, I wonder if I get to play football this year. But like everybody keep getting hurt. So yeah, I'm doing the fantasy football thing. I really enjoy it. It's not as bad as fantasy basketball. Fantasy basketball, you got to stay on it because in fantasy basketball, you pretty much got to make sure that your lineups are straight every day.
Right. Yeah.
But even though I set mine up a week in advance, I set on Monday. I set my lineup for the week, and then I just kind of keep and see. I just kind of see if anybody got hurt and something like that, and I kind of work with it that way. But yeah, I usually win fantasy basketball because I'm great. But
right. Well, see, there's
I'm pretty good. Again. No, I'm pretty damn good at fantasy basketball. Like
here's my thing. You always say I'm not a sports fan, but you listen to sports stuff and then you follow sports stuff and then you end up doing.
No, I listen to Bo and I listen to Le Batard. And
those are two sports shows on ESPN.
And I listen to Bo and Le Batard because a lot of what they say is not really about the actual sports. It's the goings on around the sports. And in case with the Le Batard, it may not have nothing to do with anything.
Dog, I've been listening to Le Batard so much lately, dog. I've been sitting there laughing.
I skip the shows when they're on vacation.
Oh yeah. When
I heard one of the guys they got filling in for Bo is terrible.
Who do they have filling? Is it the other NBA analyst?
I have no idea. I heard that the
Amin. It's Amin. That he brings in all the time. Amin.
No, they say it's somebody who was filling in for Bo is somebody that Bo blocked already on Twitter.
Bo don't care, dog. He'll block you in a hot minute.
Yeah, because he got so many people in his mentions. Like, I never want to be that internet famous. Like, I never want to be that internet famous. Every time something happens, they light up Bo's mentions. And the same thing happens with the homie Rodimus Prime, Black Guy Who Tips. Shout out to the homie. Also, Jay Bird loved recording with Rod and Karen. Loved it.
Those two crazy.
Yeah. Something happens and like people just come at them. And I'm just like, I don't want to be that famous. Like even like low key internet famous, like I don't want to be that famous. And Rod was able to turn him being let go at his job into podcasting is his job.
Yeah.
And everything that comes with that, I don't want it. I let podcasting be my hobby. I enjoy doing this because I think I'm good at it, and I'm gonna let everything else go.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, that I'm telling you, that is difficult stuff, bro. Like the amount of podcasts he has to do per week. in order to justify the additional content that you get, bruh. It is a lot of work, but he's managed to make it happen. And I'm not scared of hard work. It's just that, you know, that's where he wants to pour his effort, and that's fine because it's working out for him and his family.
I would really love to do it, but I would need a sufficient cash infusion.
Oh yeah.
I would like another computer, a desktop instead of working off this laptop that I can't do much with. At least a desktop I can switch out some parts, and like if something started to get a little long in the tooth, switch out some parts and work with it that way. I would like a mixing board with a actual microphone instead of right now I'm using my webcam mic because the cable to this blue ain't really working.
I can get you one from Amazon that works because I
got one. It's just in one of those boxes because I had to move and I had to stick everything in a box. Right. So yeah, man, so I would love to try it. I don't know if I got enough content for as much content as he puts out. Right. My biggest problem with doing premium shows is I like doing shows with my friends. I don't really like try to court like celebrities and stuff like that on the show because I don't find a lot of the celebrities and stuff like that to be that interesting. Like, when gaming people have like game developers and stuff on, like the developer can't really talk about nothing. So like, why do I have them on? Like everything is so yeah, I can't really say nothing. It's like, well, why you here, though? Like that's how yeah. And I don't watch a whole lot of TV, so I don't know all of these like reality stars, and I don't, I keep my circle is too small for me to try to do something like that. Right. So, but yeah, man, I would love to. You know what I would really love to do?
What's that?
I thought about doing something like AfterBuzz. Do you know AfterBuzz?
Yep. For what?
AfterBuzz has a network, and all they do is after TV shows. Mm-hmm. Like a TV show airs, they do a show about it like right after the show airs, mm-hmm. Right. And they do that for bunches and bunches of shows. I would love to do something like that.
But like, After Black or From Black?
I can't say After Black is the name of a show. Okay. That's what's his name? Elon Black and them. They got After Black.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what I would call it, but it would be something like that. I would love to do something like that. Also, here's the thing that I've always wanted to do. Okay. I don't really want to do something like this for my show. Uh-huh. Even though like we had to chat over there and stuff like that, what I would love to do is record a show and then play it to an audience, and that way I can be in the chat with them. Oh, the show's already recorded. I would love to participate in the chat because the chat is where you really find out where you fucking up, like where your audience's heads are. Is the chat is where you do that. And right now we're finding out that that NASA is going to Mars in 2018. Mars bitches. Shout out to Danny Nate. So I would love to do something like that, like have like basically like a radio station with a running chat box, and like with a radio station with a running chat box that where all of our shows are, and then you can say, hey, my show's coming on at 8:00. I'm gonna be in the chat. Let's do this. Like
that opportunity has actually presented itself to OFR before, where you go in and you have your shows that they get played over on just like it's regular radio, and it's just ran. Like, so you just input all of your shows and it just runs on a loop. And then you could probably do that in that particular fashion. And I can't remember, but that's out there.
My show, I had to deal with, Radio IO, internet radio. Mm-hmm. And I'm up there, but see, the crazy part is I'm up there with like gamertag radio and stuff like that. And I'm like, You sure you got the right show? So like, but yeah, I'm on something like that, but it doesn't have like that big like. It doesn't have like the chat part that I would
Right.
love to do.
Right. No, and that would be good to actually like get in there and mingle around with them. But then also it could be because generally the most vocal people tend to speak up, right? But then there's a lot of times that could skew the opinion. So you would always have to discount who you need to discount, but really take and listen and take heed to who you need to take heed to. But yeah, it would be interesting just to see and do that. That would be awesome. But for now, we'll work with this. But yeah, I think that would be pretty cool to see. But man, I know you got to get going here in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
You got a thing to do. We did not get a chance to talk about greasy spoons like we wanted to in college football, so we'll probably do that next week. And maybe some NFL next week since it'll be back.
I need to play some more NCAA football. I don't care about college football at all, but I really want to play the game.
You love the game because you do your custom teams. You got your custom squads out there.
Well, I've been doing my coaching thing, and
That's
I started
true.
off as a 1-star coach, and and I think I'm still a coach at ODU right now.
Okay, well that's what's up. All right, man. So before we get out of here, man, you have anything you want to say? Will is talking about Will and everyone. Will and Daniel, thanks for jumping in. Awaken Heathen, thanks for jumping in, watching us live. We just tweeted this thing out. This was just kind of a
Will wants to do a OFR fantasy basketball league. I'm down.
I saw him. He said that I may have to do that, but boy, I don't know, man. I'm gonna be doing so much studying and so much teaching of Bible studies this year. I don't know if I'll be down.
Do what I do. Like I said, I set a reminder on my phone to remind me. Like it was set up right after work on Monday. Go in, set your lineup for the week. Go about your business.
Okay, I may have to do that. But thank you, fellas, for dropping in. We really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we'll be back again at some point this week. We're still trying to nail it down because my schedule is probably gonna have to change again.
Well, the reason why we didn't record Thursday like normal is because I was making all them cookies and shit. Right. So I was burning through cookies, just like I was on my feet so long. It was ridiculous because like I put some cookies in, and then I put the other cookies on another pan, and then as soon as I was finished, switch those out, put those on the rack, then fill that thing back up, and then it was just that for hours. Right. And I made the cakes in between.
Dang, man. So you put in work.
Yeah.
You're putting in mad work. So next week we'll talk about the feedback Simpson gave you. He hollered at you a little bit. So we'll talk about that. Cooking with Scar. Will said that segment needs to happen. I can do a theme.
No, but now that I'm making the stuff myself and trying to sell them, I ain't really have to be trying to give y'all all my secrets.
Oh man, if it's good, it's good. It ain't gonna matter.
I gave y'all the meatloaf thing. That meatloaf. Take the meatloaf. Go ahead and make that. Holla at your boy. I'm telling you, it's off the chain.
All right.
But I ain't telling y'all how to make no cookies.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well, give your shout outs, bro. Give your shout out.
Man, just shout out to everybody that's listening now. Everybody that's in the chat, everybody that will listen later on here and on the feed when it's properly numbered.
See, here we go. It's gonna be numbered.
So yeah, just thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody who had expressed condolences about the homie Jay Bird. It's a real hard situation. Like I said, I've talked to a couple members of his family and his extended family. It's a really difficult situation. His actual funeral was yesterday. So it's been rough, and it's going to be rough for them. So prayers for them. I'm okay. Prayers for them because they are the ones that knew him best. They are the ones that spent every day with him, and they're going to need that more than anything that the guy 9 hours away from him is going to need.
Right.
I miss my friend, but his family is going to miss him more.
Right. Yeah, I too want to send my condolences that direction for Jay Bird's family and his close friends. As I said, we've honored him this episode. We definitely will miss him, and we really appreciate him. Also, shout outs to the Everyday Gamers. Shout outs to them. Just they had me on Sunday and on there just chatting about stuff. That was pretty fun.
Did you get at them about the TV shows? I'm behind on the show, so I
We
just
talked
listened.
about it a little bit. We ain't really get into it because I want to get into it without you there because then we can go at it all the way in.
Because we still got issues.
Yeah, so if you missed it, go back and listen to episode 331. I think it is.
Some Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, 331 on Everyday Gamers and 33 of the currently numbered shows for Facetious Black Shows Matter. Go check that out. So and also just just everybody in OFR, man. I'm really digging what everyone is doing. Everyone from Tap to Craft, OMG Hour, Geeks, everyone over Gamer Hustlers Radio, the Married Gamers Presents. If you're not listening to what Lefty is doing with Elaine, man, it is cool. What Elaine?
Lefty, holla at your boy. I'll do a show.
I
saw that they were together for a little bit.
Yeah, they're just doing guest in residence where you.
No. The wife was in town.
Yeah, she came up for the weekend. Yeah, so shout outs to Lefty and Chris and Kelly this weekend. Hopefully, everything is still good there, man. So I'm just praying for them. Shout outs to You Lose, even though they're not officially part of the OFR network as we count them, but everybody in there is OFR family anyway, so it don't really matter. But just shout outs to them. I love that show. It encourages and motivates me all the time. Every time I listen to that show, I go work out. So
yep. I just went to Planet Fitness.
Oh yeah.
Earlier today. I got my little information here to sign up for the black card.
The black card. Now Planet Fitness doesn't really. They only have one small section of like free weights, right? Otherwise, it's mostly cardio. But depends on what.
I'm there for the cardio. I'm fat.
Oh, if you're there for the cardio, take your tablet in. Get your Cody, do whatever, download what you need to do, get your shows, take your tablet in, work out to a show. Seriously.
I would take my tablet or my phone. I mean, my phone is big. Like
your phone is big, but I'm talking about a 10-inch tablet. Take a tablet and set it down. Be done. So again, these are the longest shout outs ever. Everybody Will said Black Shows Matter, hashtag Black Shows Matter. Yes, they do.
Shout out to these Pop-Tarts.
Shout outs to them Pop-Tarts. Watch Don't Get the Bubblies like Ace always does. I guess how we love. Yeah,
I'm so mad to find out that song is about weed. It's not about a person.
Right. Yeah, you didn't know that. It's so funny, man. I love it too. I was like, man, he's really going in on this brown sugar right now. And yeah, that was funny.
He's totally talking about weed. I just found that out like last year. Like it's not even like I knew that at the time. I had no idea. I thought he was talking about a woman. And he ain't talking about no woman. You're talking about weed, and I'm gonna say that I didn't know that.
See, now you gotta change the outro. I gotta change the outro to brown sugar. All right, y'all. So everybody, thank you so much for listening to Facetious. You won't let me get out of here. Counting this hard. This is truly episode number 3. We'll be back next week with episode 34, and then after that, we'll be caught up to 38. So thanks for listening. Come on, keep coming back. We'll try to hope to keep entertaining you.
Peace out to the Warriors. Rest in peace, Jay Bird.
Yes, for sure. Deuces, everybody.